Hello there. Your reputation precedes you, Vault Dweller. Oh, but I forget my manners. My name is Leo. Leo Petrov. It's a pleasure. Ah. I still forget many Vault Dwellers are not accustomed to speaking to ghouls. I must ask, despite knowing it is strange to do so on a first meeting, but do you happen to have a Nuka-Cola Classic? I have run out. Oh, much obliged. And I do mean much. Walking around sure works up a thirst, But I'm sure you're wondering why I am here. To be blunt, I believe we can enter a partnership. As a former security officer for the Nuka-Cola Corporation, I'm sure you will find me useful. Ah, you are a sharp one, as I expected. Yes, my career was much more, colorful. Perhaps I'll tell you about it another time, over a bottle of Nuka. Here's my proposition. For the small price of Nuka-Cola beverages, I will offer you extra security here. But, of even more value, I can offer you words of Nuka inspiration specific to the variety you share. Think of it as a sort of motivational pep talk. I am confident it will make your day-to-day survival a bit easier. Much obliged, Vault Dweller. I'll have your back as long as I'm here. Greetings. Remember, don't hesitate to ask me for assistance. I suppose you should get to know me if we're to be sharing a space together. I'm surprised you're asking that. Nuka-Cola is the #1 drink of choice across America. It's difficult to find someone who doesn't like it. Are you not fond of Nuka-Cola? Ha! I knew my intuition was right. My gut told me you could be trusted, and perhaps this is why. We just may be kindred spirits, you and I. No, I'm not. I originally came here on the job. After the bombs, I started wandering around, but I do return to Appalachia from time to time. Yes, I originally came here on a case. I suppose none of it matters now. After the bombs fell, my job ceased to exist. I tried to find my way home, but... let's speak of something else. Well, that is a rather large topic. What would you like to know? I must admit, I rather enjoyed my work. My time at the company raised my appreciation of the brand, and I realized something. Nuka-Cola created more than drinks. We offered an escape from the looming threat of war, and happiness to millions of children and adults alike. Remembering the smiles, I know, despite our mistakes, we did some good in the end. Nor did I, at first. Sometimes it takes a quiet sit on a park bench with a cold Nuka dark in your hand to put things into perspective. It's not really something worth discussing. The trail went cold. I can't lie. I still think about it, but... Never mind that. Let's carry on. Sure. No offense, but I believe it's best to keep personal matters separated from business. I hope you understand, partner. I used to have a house in the capital. Must be long gone now. To be honest, I spent little time there. I'm sure it comes as no surprise to hear Nuka-Cola had enemies. It was my job to shut down internal leaks, catch corporate spies, etc. I went where I was needed, inspecting factories and offices across the country. I practically lived on the road. That left little personal time. Of course. Of course. How can I help? Ah, I did indeed. I very much enjoy every Nuka flavor and find each one uniquely inspiring. For every Nuka-Cola drink you share with me, I will share that inspiration with you. I realize this sounds like fiction, but I can assure you, you will feel that extra pep in your step. Now then, let's see what you have. The all-American classic. Share a Nuka-Cola with both new friends and old. Nuke your thirst. Cheers to you, friend. Certainly. Have a gander. Don't you find it amusing how Nuka-Cola bottle caps are now used as currency? I never would have guessed it. Greetings. Remember, don't hesitate to ask me for assistance. Ah, my favorite topic. What's on your mind? And this has something to do with Nuka-Cola? A fascinating tale, I'm sure. Do go on. Well, that certainly would not fall within Nuka-Cola's safety standards, but I must admit, it is an ingenious way to mass-produce a vaccine. And this has something to do... Ugh, disgusting! I feel like I know you well enough to judge that you're not a complete psychopath. Can I assume you had a good reason for this act? Very impressive. Using Nuka-Cola facilities to manufacture and distribute a vaccine shows incredible ingenuity and resourcefulness. Still, under different circumstances, I don't believe your product would have proven very successful in focus testing. Nuka Shine? Well, that's certainly not an official Nuka-Cola product. What is it, some sort of local cocktail? University students had their hands in that? Nuka-Cola was, of course, aware of people's fondness for mixing their product with alcohol. But frankly, this sounds problematic. Not to mention trademark infringement. Back in the day, I would have shut the whole operation down. Wherever did you discover this? I can't imagine it was easy to find. speakeasy and a tattoo parlor? How curious. And a robo-brain made for alcohol testing. In some ways, that is ingenious. Maybe in the future I'll run into this Biv. I'm curious what kind of information I could pull from it. But then again, I'm no longer employed. Interesting. Never underestimate students. I'm sure this Lewis would have been a brilliant chemist at Nuka-Cola had things turned out differently. Assuming the company didn't bury him in piles and piles of lawsuits, that is. I'm going to pretend you didn't tell me this. I want nothing to do with your unlicensed Nuka-Cola contraband. Nuka-Cola Dark satisfies me just fine. By all means, what's on your mind? Nuka Shine? If I had a bottle cap for every time I heard that. To be honest, it sounds rather vile. I cannot recommend drinking unlicensed Nuka-Cola products. Wherever did you discover this? I can't imagine it was easy to find. By all means, what's on your mind? Oh yes, I visited it before coming here. It was a splendid time, despite it not being an official event, that is. Sure. I'm sure you will. What is it with your colleagues from the vault? I saw one hopping around in a barbarian outfit of sorts. Strange. Amusing, but strange.